Let's go.
People spent many years asking what happened to Mike Jones, but after hearing him explain what happened behind the scenes, I think we should be asking a different question. The real question is, how many people benefited from Mike Jones when he was hot and disappeared when it was time to return the favor? Now, I go by Klasic from Klasic Live. I'm a music producer, work with 50 Cent, Will I Am, Kid Ink, Kendrick Lamar, J Rock, the list goes on and on. Now I'm saying I got the homie OG Corn Dog with me in the building. Before we get started, I'm gonna need y'all to do two things. Make sure that y'all hit that like and subscribe, man. Get us in the algorithm, wherever you watching this at, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you do whatever you got to do to show us some love. Now, somebody that produced records for a lot of major people, I watched a lot of how these relationships operate, and I can tell you that the public might call, they might see your name in the credits and stuff like that, and then think that's a friendship. But to be honest with you, that's definitely temporary access. T-Pain is just recently, I mean, not T-Pain, but Mike Jones did an interview and he name dropped T-Pain. And some people might say that he has something to do with his downfall, but I'm not. This isn't no live that's going to be pinning the two artists against each other. You know what I'm saying? There's a couple of things that we can talk about. Now, a verbal agreement isn't a contract. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people say, hey, you know what I'm saying? I'll do this for you. You do this for me. But to be honest with you, the best way to handle that is to have a contract. A lot of times artists they'll exchange verses for each other, discounted prices on production, video appearances, promotion. Just they'll do different ways to swap things out. So for Mike Jones to be in the situation that he's in now, it's kind of crazy. I'm trying to think. A lesson that I learned about this stuff, like you never give something valuable strictly because you expect the person to return it. You know what I'm saying? Either you treat that as a genuine gift with no expectations, or you got to define the exact exchange that you have with that person. You know what I'm saying? Like, because a lot of people be thinking like, hey, I'll do this favor for them and then they're going to return it. Unless it's in paper and contract, you're going to be shit out of luck with that. So a lot of people wonder like, what the hell happened to Mike Jones? Sometimes they'll think that the lack of new material, it could be relationships. It's a lot of different aspects that can cause an artist to quote unquote fall off, and a lot of the times we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. So I think a lot of the politics that happen in the industry has to play a big part with this. And we're gonna watch this video about an art of dialogue. It's so much stuff that we can talk about, but Corny, like, what's your thoughts about, you know what I'm saying, Mike Jones exposing the industry? And it seemed like he kind of took some shots at T-Pain.
Yeah, well, him exposing the industry after not being so much in the limelight, or not even close to being to the limelight of what he was in his prime. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. Make you think on something. Like the industry is a cold game. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people play the same games and they play the same plays numerous times over years. And that's why you get these other artists that's immune to the game and will step to the new one and warn them about it. So is this a warning? Are you warning the new artists because there's nothing you could do about yourself to make yourself come back to become popular the way you was? Unless You know, you can't do it independently. You know, the old heads know about you. The young bucks don't know about you. You know what I'm saying? But he was one of those ones that was like, hey, his music was everywhere at one time. His phone number was everywhere at one time. His name was everywhere at one time. Mike Jones, self promotion. Hey, get off like that. You'll never forget who Mike Jones is if you know about him. Is what I'm saying. Um, it would have been nice to see him uh, to everlast in his career. You know what I'm saying? Evolvement, all that. You know what I'm saying? The growth at like the last uh, uh, cast we had when it came to Meek Mill, the growth part of it and all that. That's where you become popular. Um, that's when you make changes. That's when you become the artist that you are. You don't sit there and draw the same picture over and over because you will never evolve or grow that way. You have to draw a new picture in order to grow. You have to learn from your mistakes and let some of those mistakes become something big of inspiration to lead you to more. That's what art is all about. Um, Mike Jones, when it comes to this, trying to, I guess, expose the industry on what's really going on with it. Hey, he of age now. He could do that. Especially he has the experience on what's really going on and hasn't been talking about it and wants to release it now. This is good content. We would like for you to speak on that. We want to hear the truth. No, no cutting sides, no cutting no shorts. You get straight to the meat and potatoes and let everybody know what's going on. If you in this direction. Now, by you doing this, you can step your game up from just being popular again through the internet. Mike Jones speaks. You know what I'm saying? Mike Jones is Mike Jones. Everything is Mike Jones now. All of a sudden, um, it will be nice because we would like to hear these very these these. We would like to hear personal stories from you. We would like to hear experiences that you had with the music industry that you probably would felt that it was devilish and why you're not here now. We would like to hear that story. I would say that would be a good story to tell because he has that experience of his name being mentioned everywhere on the radio, his phone number everywhere on the radio, every song, every single, every radio station was playing Mike Jones. You know what I'm saying? And these young bucks don't know about it. Make your stamp in history, homie, and let it all out. You know what I'm saying? Don't hold nothing back. We need disclosure. Like Steven Spielberg would say, and I watched a movie recently, and spoiler alert, I wasn't impressed. Um, but yeah, Mike Jones, we need some disclosure here. Let me hear what you got to say. Speak on it. Don't hold nothing back. Give us all the truth. This is what I want to hear. You understand me?
Yeah, I agree with that. And another thing, like working with different artists in the industry and stuff like that, like people gotta understand, like there's a difference, like between working with an artist that's like actively hot and maintaining that relationship afterwards. Like people, like I said, they'll see your name in the credits and they'll automatically think that you're inside their camp, but things don't really work like that. Like one thing that I've learned that completing a record with somebody doesn't automatically mean that y'all gonna have like a lasting relationship. Like it's just a business transaction. And I think a lot of the times people confuse the word associate and friend. Like a lot of this stuff is really business. Like a credit does not always create access into somebody's camp. A successful record do not guarantee continued communication. You know what I'm saying? Managers are the main people that control relationships because they're a buffer between the artists and the business. Because a lot of the times, other artists, and I've seen other artists try to get buddy with people, and then they'll get spent off to their manager. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, the manager's only there for the money. However much the business deal is done for, you're going to get your 20%, get your 30%, whatever it is. So the manager, they ain't trying to hear none of that. Hey, I want to do this record with Big Head Bob and all that shit. They want the money. So all them high hopes and dreams that you selling people, they're not trying to hear that shit. So a lot of people, and the crazy part about it, like I've seen artists, once they see that you like, all right, yeah, I hear what you're saying, but hey, holler at my manager about X, Y, and Z. That's when they flip on you. You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay. Basically, I can't use this dude and get all these records free. That's what I'm saying. In my situation, man, it's a lot of people that has well-known names now. They be the main person when you pop it. Hey, I need you to do 15, 30. I'm about to release a triple album, bro, and I want you to do it for free. Like, what? Nigga, a triple album? They're not even talking about splits or anything. So the thing is that dealing with industry politics is very crazy. And a lot of these artists are low-key entitled. They feel like they can say, hey, you got to do 20, 30 records for me, and don't worry about the business. I'm going to take care of you. But 9 times out of 10, once they get in a position to where they don't need you anymore, they'll show you that. Like I seen something earlier today, and this is kind of a different subject, but it was talking about the value of having female friends and all that stuff or whatever. And honestly, a lot of those relationships are one-way relationships. And you can kind of put that same ideology into dealing with people in the industry. A lot of the relationships are one-way relationships. It's what can you do for me? Me. It's very rare that you come across somebody that says, hey, I need you to do this for me, and you can get this in return. It's very selfish. People will try to blame the fact, well, you know, they came from impoverished neighborhoods, so they don't like, they'll try to make that an excuse for a person that don't know how to share and don't know how to think about others. And I think that's an excuse. Like, just because if you came from the hood, then you should know how to share with other people. But this situation is kind of difficult because we're dealing with artists, we're dealing with label politics. So in this video, we'll figure out what's actually going on. I can kind of pinpoint whatever it is. If T-Pain, I keep saying T-Pain because in the back of my mind, I know how Mike Jones was featured on wasn't it I'm in Love with the Stripper? And if I'm not mistaken, he probably did another record.
It was?
Yeah, I'm in love. Yeah. Mike Jones, he had like the second verse or the third verse, if I'm not mistaken.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Mike Jones.
Oh, wow. Okay, okay.
So I know how it is when people promise you that they'll have your back, they'll be loyal. We talked about this before in the whole Dirk situation, to where I forgot who was talking about it, but they're saying, like, I think Trap Lord Ross was mentioning it, saying like, yeah, you know, Dirk should have NBA YoungBoy should have been using his relationships to bring together other than divide, because Dirk is locked up right now. And I was saying like how Future and other people, they don't have loyalty to people that's non-profitable for them. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, the sad but true thing, it's music business.
Right.
Music industry.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So the name of the game is to get money. As they say in the streets, gabos. The game ain't based off of sympathy. So it's really about that paper and who's spending. You You know what I'm saying? If you're not doing that, then it's on to the next person. They don't give a damn about what you got going on. You can say family members died, but then they'll still be asking you. And I know a lot of y'all can relate that's doing 9 to 5 work. You can be going through something serious, but the question that they have to ask you, hey, you still coming in though, right? So
Right.
they don't give a damn about what you got going on personally. And honestly,
Right.
once you get that through your head, I think you'll be less disappointed with how people operate, and you'll be looking at it from a different point of view.
I agree with that. Um, the industry is a cold game. You know what I'm saying? I said the last cast quote the late great hip hop artist DMX. The industry in the streets. Okay, the game has changed now when it comes to these rap artists. They definitely in the streets. It's no more industry. It's in the streets now. That type of game. You got to follow the program. They want you to follow the program in order for you to succeed the way they think you should. You know what I'm saying? And which, like I said before, you're not owning up to your own choices on that as an artist. You're not leading yourself to who and how you want to be pursued throughout this game. You know what I'm saying? It's a cold game. You don't have much to say. You got to go by what they say. You know what I'm saying? It's like power. You got money, but you ain't got the power. You know what I'm saying? They do. Mike Jones, please expose, expose, expose all of it. Give us real personal stories that you have. I want to hear that. I want to hear this on a continued basis from 3 months in a row. If you give us that content, you shall be once again the Mike Jones you were. Those young bucks are like, who the hell is Mike Jones? Because that's what we were saying when the song was on the radio. Mike Jones, who the hell's Mike Jones? And everybody gonna be back on it. Go ahead and do it. Blow up. You know what I'm saying? Make your name a statement again in that fashion. They gonna go look it up, and then they gonna start making dances off your old song. This is gonna happen. But we need for you to give us that insight and expose, leak, tell, mention names. Don't hold back. Give it to us all raw. No Diddy.
Hey, for real though. Hey, and another thing before we get into this video, the music industry doesn't abandon artists when they fall off. It just reveals who was using them. You know what I'm saying? Brian said the music industry is like a tide. It can set you, well, it can set you sail to greatness, or it can shipwreck you. Damn. Sleepy Turkey said, yeah. Brian also said it's called show business, not friend business. Hey, no lies detected. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a straight up business. So let's get into this video about an art of dialogue. It says, Mike Jones called out the industry for turning its back on him, and T-Pain not showing love. So let's go.
All right.
When I was talking to Slim Thug, your name came up, and he was showing you nothing but love, man. Nothing but love. But I know he feels like a lot of people turned their back on you.
Mike Jones taught me so much, like without teaching me, right? So it's like I said, I got to see his whole come up, and he was the one. Like when we was blowing up, like everybody was Mike Jones because he had the catchy phrase and the number. So you would see the celebrities and like I'll be bopping out Mike Jones and saying his name and kicking it with him and doing everything, and then they just flipped on him. Everybody just turned their back on him. Kind of seemed like everything just flipped, and that really showed me the Hollywood crowd. From the labels to the celebrities, all that fake, all them fake. You know what I'm saying? And that's when I really realized I ain't want no parts of that world. Because when he was the man, everybody was, oh, Mike Jones. But it was like right after that, everybody cut him out, from the celebrities to the labels. They don't answer calls. Everybody went bad. You know what I'm saying? So it showed me how fake that world is over there. And I got to learn a valuable lesson off of that. And it showed me that, yeah, it wasn't real. So I thank him for, for that lesson.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it.
That's a cold lesson.
Huh.
But as they say, like shit, a wise man learn from the next man mistakes. They don't necessarily have to go through it. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
Right.
Go ahead.
You got something to say?
No, go ahead. I'll mention it. Go ahead.
All right.
You know the analogy when people say, let's say I'm on. Let's go back to 05. Let's say I'm on, right? And let's say you be like, hey, yo, Mike, what's on? What's up? And I'm like, I don't know this name. And you be like, dang, you ain't have to do me like that, bro. You ain't gonna be at the top for long. When you fall down at the bottom, you gonna need people like me, right? Because I did you in, right? But what he's saying is that I didn't do nobody in. I did everybody 100. You needed a favor, I'm there. You needed some love, I'm there. So I would expect for you to show that same love when I need you. You feel me? I could have just said F all y'all and dog y'all and been cliche like everybody else is. And I see why they do it, because when you need them, they not there to look out for you. You feel me?
So a lot of the people you show love to, they wasn't showing love back.
They ain't show out and look out for me. Like, for example, and it's cool now, but the T-Pain record, I'm in love with a stripper. You feel me? You remember the record, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. I'm Sprung came out. It wasn't doing all that. It was turmoil. It was turbulence. His guy came to me and was telling me about the record. I did the record, show love on the record. You see what I'm saying? You saw what the record did, right?
Definitely.
What'd it do?
It was a big hit.
Okay. And in exchange, all I needed was for you to do Cuddy Buddy for me, that I also did. But it was politics when Cuddy Buddy came around. You feel me? I'm in the video with a muscle shirt on and I ain't got none of the features in the video. You see the difference in the two, my boy?
Now, I'm not gonna lie. Like, some people might say that Mike Jones sounds salty and everything, but it's fair. You know what I'm saying? You put in some work. It's not like you just did a record, because some people can just go in the booth and just spit some whatever shit, but he gave you a hit. You know what I'm saying? He helped elevate your label. I mean, he helped elevate your record. And at that time, Mike Jones was that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't have to do that record for T-Pain. So it will only be just right or expected for you to return that favor. And it's crazy how you extend that olive branch, or you extend that favor to somebody, and then it turn around to where all of a sudden nobody picking up the phone. So the thing is that people will be quick to blame T-Pain for that, but I'm not gonna lie, a record label can turn around and stop all that. Like, the crazy part about it is, some of the stuff that I've seen, like in the industry, they will hook up with somebody, get their favor from them. They'll fuck around. Let's say they'll do a hook for them. They'll do a verse. And now OG Corn Dog got a record with Lil Baby. But once it's time for OG Corn Dog to release that record, the record label that Lil Baby signed to, they'll be like, oh, nah, you're going to have to pay like $300,000 for this to be cleared, because this artist is a part of this label. So that's some of the crazy, tricky politics that go on. Like, they'll be in your face like, hey, bro, don't worry about it. I get it cleared. everything is cool, my brother. And that's why I'll be on verbiage a lot. People love one, homie, brother, my love, all that shit. Fuck all that shit. Actions speak way louder than words, but they'll know how to get you with the my brother. I got you, King. Don't worry about it. We got everything locked in, and then turn around. Oh man, my label, they getting in the way. You know what I'm saying? And the crazy and even crazier part about it, they'll say that the label only wanted 200, but they'll say, hey, I want 3. You know what I'm saying? So they can get an extra 100 on top. The game is crazy, bro. So we don't know if it was T-Pain that was saying no. We don't know if that was the record label saying no. But overall, Mike Jones is just looking like the situation is looking pretty faulty because he didn't get his favorite return. You know what I'm saying? So cold world, bro.
Yeah, and if he didn't get his favor in return, was that during the time that he was on at one possible moment? Everybody giving him the love, like they said, mentioning him, everybody know his name, and then all of a sudden, ain't nobody mentioning nothing. No love for him. It's like he was blackballed in a way. Now, during the time, during the time of his blackball, was this single put out during this time? You know what I'm saying? That has to do with a lot to do with the timeline of it. You know what I mean? Because after that, you would say that because when you told me that he was on the what was it? I'm in love with a stripper. Mike Jones, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to come back to that because I forgot that he was on there. The reason why I forgot is because when these motherfuckers, pardon my French, when they play these songs on the radio, they play enough to what they want to hear, and then that's the end of the song. But there's more to it. There's other artists on the song. They never play the whole song. You know what I'm saying? So that has something to do with it too. To where people forgot he was on the song. You know what I mean? It was a play involved to, in some way, sound like he pissed somebody off in the industry. And the industry is cold. They will blackball you and put the word out to all the ones that was over there and was giving hugs and loves at the party. They don't mess with them no more. They don't throw no shouts out. They don't give him a call. No hollers. What did he do to piss the industry off? Hey, you know what? If you piss the industry off that much for you to not get the legendary play you should have, speak on it. Expose them. Tell us everything. Fuck what they talking about, bro. You ain't got nothing else to go by now. You go by this, play this angle, you gonna get your name back out there, and the young bucks of Mike Jones. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. This is a cold play, and you should run it to the fullest.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, I agree with you on that, but I'm gonna also say easier said than done. Because those same people that could have bro, I had a situation where a female that I was dealing with, she had some connections, or she was pretty known in the industry and everything, had a lot of connections, and she wanted to manage me. But the obligation that she was telling me, like, look, hey, I want to fuck around with you, right? But if we have an argument or something, I ain't gonna do no business for you. So what you want to do? You want to have a relationship with me, or you just want to do business? Business. Like, fuck all that stupid shit. Like, I'm about my money. I'm trying to do my music. Like,
yeah, we ain't doing that.
But if you put me in a crazy scenario to where I gotta choose coochie over my livelihood, I'm gonna choose my livelihood over the coochie. Now I say that to say how people play these games with you. Now let's go even worse. Or like my homeboy say, worse, sir. You feel me? Now, what if they were saying, hey, you gotta juggle my balls or do some YAG type of activities, GPS, that you don't agree with. And even if you don't agree with this shit, be like, hey, you know what I'm saying? That's what you do. I'm cool on that. They will still put the word out. This person is difficult to deal with. So Splashy said in the comments, what's the word with you, Splashy?
Ron want to say something.
The music industry is honestly ruthless. And honestly, yes, it's so ruthless to where if you're not participating in them funny ass activities, they will put the word out on you saying like, oh yeah, the same way if you let the person hit and they'll know like, hey, that person easy. Now all of a sudden you get invited to all these studios because they know that you're gonna get smashed. Is the same way when you say no to some funny shit. Oh, this person is difficult. They'll even probably throw some lies on you. Feel me? Like this is a wicked world. On top of it being a music business, the type of business that's conducted, it isn't done in good faith.
Right.
Like it's crazy. Like honestly, on some real shit, I'll say another thing. If y'all haven't noticed, the industry is very left leaning, meaning that they're with the LGBTQ plus activities. They're with anything that's basically heavily promoted on the left. Being very promiscuous, high promiscuity. Sorry about that fumble, but any of that type of activity, they're with that. So the industry is definitely. Oh, of course they don't. That you see at the awards, F ICE and F Donald Trump and all that stuff, whatever. So you can see that from the outside looking in that there's a lot of agendas that they try to push out there. And if you don't go along with that agenda, it's easy for you to get blackballed and they'll push you to the side. So I don't know exactly what particular situation. I don't know if it's coming from T-Pain directly. I'm going to say it's not. And I'm going to say it's more of the record label that was handling him. Now, T-Pain, he was signed to Convict Music, you know what I'm saying, which is Akon. Mm-hmm. And Akon had a label above him. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know if it was Interscope that Convict Music was signed to, but it could have been either Akon or the label above that. So who knows where the blackballing, quote unquote, come from? But at the end of the day, it's a messy game, and you really just have to stay prayed up because you can low-key do everything right, and they'll still find a way to try to fuck you over. So, like, I agree with what you said, Corny. Like, yeah, expose whatever it is, but you got to be careful on the people that you're exposing, bro, because if they still in position of power, whatever motion that you got, nigga, your ass gonna be on some Kanye off the grid type of shit, nigga. Be off the grid for real. You be living that nomad life.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, the man is off the grid now.
So
okay,
fuck it, huh?
Yeah. What more do you have to lose? Yeah, if you want some attention and you want to play this goddamn content game, this internet game, say what you gotta say. Speak on it, man. You know what I'm saying? Tell the truth. Why? Let me hear it. And I ain't just talking from this specific point with T-Pain. Because I see T-Pain as a good soul. And I don't think he would do nothing. And yeah, it's got something to the label for sure. It has something to do with it. Because it has something to do with why all of a sudden they not fucking with him no more. Everybody was on him. And all of a sudden, no. What did he do and who did he piss off? Tell us that. And then we'll know the root of the source. There it is.
Hey, that's real talk, man. That's real talk. Let's get back to it.
But y'all ain't talk about that. Y'all ain't mentioning that. Y'all just keep going on with life. And y'all want to ask me bullshit. Y'all not holding nobody accountable for the shit that they do. But if I would have did that though, and over, y'all would have held me accountable though. That's what I'm saying. Why it ain't fair exchange? Why it ain't I did that for you, you gonna do that for me. You feel me? I'm just being real. That's to answer your question to what you just asked me to give you an example. So that's an example that you can close your eyes and visibly see, right? But I'm still here though. I ain't doing no tripping, but it's just showing you when you on that road, when you on this grind. Like, oh, okay, man, I got you. I'm gonna do something for you. I do that. You know what? I do that. You know what? It's cool. I do that. I got you. I do that. But hey, bro, I got something cold for you. I wanna. Nah, it ain't the same. It's like what? Like,
Oh,
you see what I'm
shit.
saying? So now you gotta sit back and be like, okay, all right, okay, cool, respect. I ain't gonna do no clout shit but if you ask me, I'm gonna let you know. I don't want to give you no cliche answer. I want to give you something direct that you can close your eyes and take a pill and feel that shit. You feel me?
And you going through stuff like that, is that what made you closed
What the
off?
fuck?
I mean, that's them. I got sued for that shit. I got in a lawsuit for me doing a favors for somebody. You see what I'm saying? Well, what would you do?
I wouldn't want to deal with people.
All right, then. I got a homie who cool with me, flying from
Yo, I got a
Florida to
call,
come to
bro.
me and ask me in Texas to do a favor for another person
You said what now?
in Florida, and I do that favor. Showed up twice, did 2 different visuals for that video. You see what I'm saying? Song blew up like a muff. But when I need you though, that's when the politics come in. And that ain't never how I play business. You feel me? So that's just one of many examples to show you. I ain't gonna go through the whole line, but that's kind of what made me just say, man, this shit. You feel me? I got my masters. I got the respect from the people that I feel that I need and put down for. I don't need all the extra shit. It's cool with me. You know what I'm saying? And it's all good.
Yeah, a lot of people that I spoke to, they got the same tone that you got right now. I mean, when I interviewed Flip, he was saying the same thing.
You gonna get it from people like me and Flip, because we was the forefronters. We was the heads. You feel me? You gonna get it from us. We were the ones everybody was coming asking for. Hey, can you do this? Hey, can I get you on this? Hey, can I? Hey.
Mm.
And you might make sure you show love, because when you get down, you're gonna need it. But then you show the love and then you get down, they still ain't showing you that love back, bro. They're not doing that. That's just all smoke and mirrors. You feel me?
Whole game, bro. It made me think, low key, who did Mike Jones have beef with? And if I'm not mistaken, didn't this nigga have like some words? Like the whole chameleonaire situation, we know about that. Damn, it said that he had some issues with wait. Yeah, it said he had issues with multiple people. Mike Jones. I said chameleonaire. That was one
Millionaire
of
and
them.
who else?
They saying Paul Wall and Slim Thug, but shit, Slim Thug is somebody that was just now,
yeah,
talking
promoting, and he had
positive
no.
about him.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Like
And
low
squash.
key, if I'm not mistaken, like didn't he say something like with like the 50 Cent?
Oh, you know what? Let's think about this. The section's where he from. He out of Texas. The rappers you just mentioned, Paul Wall, Slim Thug, Texas. For someone to stop the game, who runs Texas?
Well, you talking about Jay Prince?
There it is. Jay Prince. So did he have a problem with Jay Prince in order? Because for someone to be powerful enough to stop the flow of the game would beat him in that section. Did he have a problem with Jay Prince?
Yeah, I'm
something
looking.
that we don't know about that led him to be blackmailed in the hip hop industry. Because, like they said, everybody at the party, Mike, what up, Mike Jones? Everybody on him, shouting him out. Hey, and then it was nothing. And it just died after that. I would have to go to Jay Prince first, because that's his section. If you was to think in conspiracy wise of a theory of why he got pretty much canceled or blackballed from the hip hop community, I would start there. So what did he do to Jay Prince? And this is just an assumption. This is alleged, but that would have to do with a lot from the section that he comes from. Maybe Jay Prince had a discussion with someone else in the rap industry that he had words with or fell out with, and that person was like, "Yo, don't fuck with him no more." You feel me?
Uh, yeah, like you said, that's alleged.
Alleged.
But honestly, on this particular situation, I'm gonna have to disagree. You know what I'm saying? I know that they come from the same area. Jay Prince is known to have involvement with a lot of issues. But I would think that it would possibly have something more to do with industry because low-key, the reason why I disagree is like if Jay Prince was pulling, honestly, if Jay Prince was more involved, don't you think Mike Jones would still have a lasting career?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
my point, meaning. That's my point.
so you saying that he was involved and not that's the reason why he don't
I'm
have
not
a career?
saying that he was involved, but he's the top dog. Okay? If maybe he had more support from him, none of this probably would have happened and he would have continued on it with his career.
To be honest with you, I still disagree. Like
Okay.
to be honest with you, like T-Pain, he would have more pull in leeway because you know what I'm saying T-Pain kind of blew up fast with the Armstrong and then I'm in love
You
with
saying
Skipper.
him.
I'm saying he would be closer to being more responsible because when he said that he needed a favor return from T-Pain,
Okay.
all of a sudden things went ghost. Like that's literally coming out of his mouth. So
okay. That's a good, and you know what? That's a very good point to where we can all question that. And leave that in the comments. You know what I'm saying? T-Pain. Was it T-Pain or was it his record label that decided not to do that? You know what I'm saying? Because think about it. Let's say they went forward with it, both of them on that decision. And I'm pretty sure T-Pain didn't have no problem with that decision of going forward with Mike Jones on something or whatever he wanted to do with him appearing on his album. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure he's that type of guy. You know what I'm saying? He's that type of soul that, yo, I'm here to help out. You was here before me. I'm paying homage. This is how we pay it. You know what I'm saying? I get that from him. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't seem like he's a rotten soul. You know what I'm saying? The apples that fall down on the ground you don't want to eat. That point right there is me not putting it on T-Pain. It had to do with his label or some other relationship that Mike Jones had with somebody else that went sour. You know what I'm saying? That has something to do with it, dude.
Yeah.
Because if 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 he had no smut on his name and he was to go pursue that, who knows how much further he would have went in his career after an appearance with T Pain on his own album. You know what I'm saying? Feature from T Pain. Who knows how that would have went? You know, because this music industry is, you got your hit and misses. There's gambles to the game. You know what I'm saying? You might got a whole bunch of them like, yo, this is fire. But then when you put it out, it dumps. You know what I mean? I don't know, and I would not put this all upon T Pain for making the decision of not wanting to work with him. And I would love to hear a response from him on this. You know what I mean? I mean, if we get enough in the algorithm to where he speaks on it, that'd be beautiful to hear. You know what I'm saying? Because I take him as a genuine soul. You know what I'm saying? He's he is who he is. You know what I'm saying? You can see that, by the way. I can't take him as someone that would be in disbelief or genuine telling lies on purpose.
Yeah, or just a genuine asshole.
Yeah.
To say one, I can say two things, and it's gonna be total opposite. One, well, he was an alcoholic, you know what I'm saying? So he could have, had an alter ego, but on some real stuff, if you remember a couple years back, he went viral for showing his DMs that he accidentally missed. And he talked about all the opportunities people hit him up in his DM, and he accidentally missed them because he ignored them. He was like,
I missed that.
Yeah, he said something to where he forgot. Wait, this is like, let me show this because I remember that like a couple years ago, T-Pain said that T-Pain says he's been accidentally ignoring celebrity DMs for years. I apologize to everyone, and that happened in 2021. You know what I'm saying? So I forgot what app that he said that was on that he kept like slipping up and missing the DMs and shit. But I remember that happening. And to go off of what you said, like, yeah, personality wise, T-Pain never really came across as somebody that was an asshole. If anything, he's been someone that's been very not self-absorbed, but very conscious of the imagery that he put out there. He seemed like he's very conscious of the actions that he put out there. So I'm saying I mentioned T-Pain because that's one of the people, but I'm not saying that it's him particularly.
I hear you. But
yeah. No, I'm just saying, like, he had to be put into that boat because somewhere along the line from him to the record labels, somebody dropped the ball. You feel me? So by process of elimination, we could eliminate T-Pain, but then there's still blame somewhere else. You feel me?
Okay, so let's just say, so for Mike Jones, after the album with T-Pain, everything just stopped. There was nothing else for Mike Jones after that. Popular wise.
I'm trying to think. I'd have to look at when Cuddy Buddy and because he did Drop and Give Me 50 and motherfuckers was on that shit. You know what I'm saying? So
okay.
Mike Jones, Cuddy Buddy. That was release in 2008, and then Drop and Give Me 50. Oh shit. Drop and Give Me 50, that was in 2007, and then Cuddy Buddy came out the year afterwards. So possibly that could have been one of his last records to where he started phasing out, because remember he said like when he was hot and all that shit, that was 2005. So you know what I'm saying? 3 years for an artist to be hot and on top, that's like an average. You know what I'm saying? Like most
Yeah.
artists probably get their year, 2 years, if
Right,
that.
right,
But you know what I'm
right.
saying? 3 years and beyond, you're doing pretty good. So you could be on to something with that. He possibly could. That could have been one of the warning signs that the industry was trying to phase him out because they'd have moved on to different things. Now let's look at Mike Jones as far as an artist. He was a decent rapper. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't no lyrical miracle. He put together pretty good club songs. He put together pretty good songs.
Yep.
So
Yep.
he had
Yep.
his value, but maybe the industry was moving towards auto-tune, more singing, rapping, melodic stuff. You feel me? But at the end of the day, you still see Slim Thug, you still see Paul Wall, you still see everybody else that's from the Houston scene and shit. So why you don't really see Mike Jones like that? You feel me?
And and for these rappers from the South, that was their inspiration, which you just spoke of right there. You know what I'm saying? Mike Jones was one of their inspirations from the South before Atlanta, before there was an Atlanta scene. The Atlanta scene was looking at Texas. You know what I'm saying? Because they was from the South and they was representing them. You know what I'm saying? So of course, all these youngsters or these young bucks that's out here trying to do it, they had to get some type of influence from Mike Jones. Mike Jones, Paul Wall, Slim Thug,
like you said,
what's the
Lil
other
Flip
one?
too.
Lil Flip, the Pimp C and
Bun B, UGK,
Underground, yeah, UGK. You know what I'm saying? Like
Scarface.
before there was Atlanta, it was that scene from the South. Yep, that was the inspiration. Before it was Lil Wayne. You know what I'm saying? Before it was Master P, Birdman, and the whole rest of the camp. You know what I'm saying? It was before that. That was their inspiration. Okay? And it's funny for the South to be on top right now and not mention who Mike Jones is. That man made himself a legend. It's crazy because all I know is like when the song come on, the first thing I hear is Mike Jones. When he rap, he throws out the phone number. Everybody calling the number. And it was
Yeah.
his real number. That man voicemail was clogged for days,
And it's
months,
still
and years.
active to this day. Hey,
That's
sidebar.
crazy.
Hey, I forgot they said if you use that number on your rewards for like if you go to gas stations and shit like that, you'll get a crazy ass discount because of how long that number's been active and all the points that
Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Hey, real talk.
Oh no, man!
I seen
Why
somebody
you
do a video like that.
I'm doing the video next if it's gonna happen, nigga. Because this
20,
gas prices
30%
are
off,
crazy, bro. I'm not buying that. I can't buy. There's no way I can put that cheap ass. How I don't know how cheap the gas is. I don't know what when it comes to that low shit. When it comes to that high octane shit, that's the shit I'm fucking with. That's the only thing I can fuck with. Nigga, if you could give me a discount on that off the Mike Jones discount, bro, let's make that go viral right there, bro. Everybody content. Yo, tap into Mike Jones. Go get that nigga number. I'm doing it. Y'all do it. And we going to make a video and see what type of discount we getting off of that.
Hey, for real though. Hey, don't forget 281-330-8004.
Let's go.
Hey, that shit is funny. Niggas still remember that shit to this day, bro. Like that, yeah. Like you said, the nigga low key definitely carved the lane out for himself to where a lot of people remember him. And
right,
it has to be industry politics that's
I would say so.
Where he's at, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, like, just think about it though. Like, what if one day, you know, we got a hip hop type of classic reunion going on, right? And then all these legendary or classic rap, or like I will say, yeah, classic rap, or they had hits. That would be a cold concert. And then he pops up. Mike Jones, bro, I'm telling you, man, like, oh man, there's so much to do with this industry that they don't have ideas for. Will be like nuts, man. It will go big time, bro. That's like pay-per-view type shit. You feel me?
Hell yeah.
Motherfuckers don't even know. Man.
Hell yeah, shit. Let's wrap this shit up, man. I think we got a couple more minutes. Let's see what else we got to say.
All right.
That's really what it all is. And I ain't got no personal issue with nobody, not even with Pain, but it just showed me that it wasn't real like I thought it was. You feel me? Because I could have been fake too, and I could have hid behind a lot of people too and been like, I can't even do it. I could have did that. You feel me? But I was already dealing with politics within my own label. You feel me? Which is why I was like, nah, I'm going to show them why this one is that one. You feel me? They backed in on me on some of my records, so I can understand what you're going through. This is why I'm finna do it, and we finna bless it. So since I'm the Drake at the time in 05, what I was pushing, they was co-signing. Remember the Laffy Taffy shit?
Yeah, I remember.
They hated that as well. What did that do?
Went crazy. Smash hit, man.
It sure did.
So I'm just showing you all the behind the scenes shit that I get flack for, but y'all love it though. It's two different mirrors, my nigga. It's two different mirrors. You know, Mike, I wouldn't have co-signed that with Mike, man. I'm like, man, the people rock with it. It's a groove. It's a people, you know what I'm saying? That's why the video the dude say, hey, Mike John, what you think that record gonna do in Texas? Ain't that what he said? Oh, okay, that was exactly what he said, my nigga. You feel me? So I'm telling you what I was doing. I could have been like, man, I ain't finna do that shit. That shit ain't helping me out now. What I'm doing that for? I could have did that, right? But I didn't though. And what Slim is saying is that he seen how niggas start doing that to me though. He seen me showing love to everybody. He seen everybody coming down here to get a King Johnny grill or whatever the case of it that it was. He seen all that shit. What's understood don't need to be explained. You feel me?
And you said that you was getting backdoored by your label.
It was politics within that because it's almost like the best way I can say it is this. If you sign a contract with Walmart and you agree to get paid minimum wage at Walmart, right? The people gonna say, hey, Art, you can't really complain, bro. You signed it, my boy. You agreed to get minimum wage, but why you up here arguing about getting minimum wage, bro? Just do the job, right? They're gonna be on Walmart's side. But what happens when Art signs a deal to where they supposed to pay you supervisor, vice president pay, and they put it on paper, but then they still trying to renege and pay you goddamn me Walmart all 5 pay. What you gonna do? You gonna stand on that supervisor contract that they gave you, that you signed, or you finna let everybody else get you to renege to the all 5 contract? Which one you doing, Art?
I'm gonna renege on the contract and sign the other one.
That's the one I did. That's why I had got away. So you did what I did, and now you went away like I went away. What we doing? What we doing? And while I'm fighting that at the same time, I'm trying to still show love to other people who got records coming. And while I'm showing love to other people who got records coming, the label don't even really want to clear this shit. Who is this guy with these gold dreadlocks? Who the hell is this guy? That's T-Pain. He's on the way. He's talented. You get 3 step-outs a year. So I had to pick 3 step-outs. And he was one of my step-outs that eventually sold 5+ million records. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, hey, shout out to the Art of Dialogue for that video, man. That's very dope. And you said a lot, man. To be honest with you, like Mike Jones may have lost mainstream momentum, but his story really exposes something like way bigger. Like the people that's surrounding the artist that's at the top is not always the people that's going to help you rebuild when you at the bottom. So sometimes falling off doesn't destroy relationships. It really just reveal like who was really there. And even sadder, like they never really existed. You know what I'm saying? Like friend and associate, business partner, like those are all separate things. And he low-key kind of alluded to the fact that it was politics involved in why they didn't return the favor. And low-key, he said that hey, the labels wasn't messing with T-Pain, the dread head, the blonde dreads, and all that stuff. But he co-signed him and said, hey, this is one of the records that I want to clear to make sure everything happened. You feel me? So he's kind of telling you, like, he's not saying that it's T-Pain's fault, but he was telling you that he was vouching for T-Pain when it was needed. And at the end of the day, the favor wasn't returned, man. So, like, shit, overall, what you think about that, bro?
Man, that's cold. And T-Pain need to speak on this.
Your audio, bro.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Check it out. Honestly, you look at it, I say that T-Pain really needs to speak on this subject just to clear the air. You know what I mean? He has nothing to fear. Shit, from what I hear, that man probably sold his catalog as soon as he found out about the streaming game, which is a smart man. He's smart on that. This streaming shit is different. You don't get paid the way you used to get paid back in the days when it comes to album sales. You used to actually get the percentage. Percentage is like 3 cents now, or 2, 1, or negative a penny. I don't know. Some stupid ass shit like that. But T-Pain, you really need to speak on this subject. Clear the air. Let us all hear about it. What I want from Mike Jones is to not only reveal, not only expose, tell me personal stories. You have nothing to lose. Make yourself an algorithm again. You was the first one to make yourself an algorithm before there was Google or YouTube. You made yourself a manual algorithm. And shouts out to that phone number you talking about on the discount. I didn't know nothing about that. I'm probably gonna be trying that tomorrow because I got half a tank right now. But and everybody out there, go do it.
Yeah.
Tell them about it. Tell them about it. Tell them
281-330-8004.
Yeah, get that discount at any gas station. Let's see what that. It's supposed to be a tremendous amount, but yeah, we're gonna test it out. All the viewers here, leave the comments below, and let us know what you got. I'm really,
Hey,
I really want to hear.
I don't mean to interrupt, bro, but so you telling me he should take the approach of being an exposer now, and basically, I wouldn't say gossiping online, but just be someone that's on the internet that's what can I say? I don't want to say giving up the sauce, but just with
telling the truth.
Yeah, you say telling the truth, but at the same time, it's gonna the truth. Overall, the truth is offensive to a lot of people. Right. So if you exposing a lot of shit that's been buried, that's gonna ruffle a lot of feathers to where now that's gonna paint a target on your back.
So what? You got nothing to lose and everything to gain. You understand what I'm saying? Why not? Do it. This is the game that they're playing anyway now. If it's personal to you not to play the game, don't play it. But
breaking news, Mike Jones was nigga.
I say not just be like a regular, but that could start off a career. I'm just saying, if you got something to say it, expose it, give us the names, give us detailed stories. We want to hear it all. You've been quiet for so long. It's been over more than 10 years that you said anything. We need you on the internet. I think you will be a good modification to the internet. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Go for it, bro. Handle that. Let me hear what you got to say. T-Pain, I'm not going against the grain with him. I can honestly feel that is a good man. You know what I'm saying? I he's a very positive person in my eyes, and I've seen the aura, and it is what it is. I can say nothing wrong about him. I'm a fan. Not only am I a fan, I'm a fan of his podcast too. It's funny to me. This dude is funny, man. He's naturally funny. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying? But
one thing I want to add on to that, T-Pain is very transparent. He admit a lot of stuff,
that
a lot
part,
of his struggles that a lot of people would be ashamed to say. So
right?
when somebody
He's
can do
real.
that really says a lot about them character, to where it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, to be honest with you, if he can say that stuff about the stuff that he did to himself, it wouldn't be nothing. He'd be like, oh yeah, you know, I did something fucked up. I let a relationship mess up with me and Mike Jones. That would have been said if that was the case. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm gonna have to agree with you on that. Like his
But
character seemed pretty good.
we didn't hear anything about that between him and Mike Jones ever mentioned, because we would have covered that tonight. I expect that in the future. If this is what it is, I want to hear from both sides. And I'm Mike Jones, bro. It seemed like when he did his thing in his prime, it was, I would say, one of the first true gimmicks of hip hop. One of. You know what I'm saying? Because wasn't nobody doing that. And you telling me the number still works? God. What's that number?
281-330-8004. Him
Wait,
letting us know because
2
Mike Jones about to blow. Yeah.
8 1 2 8
330.
1 3 3 0 1 1 what?
Wait, 281-330-8004.
0 4. God damn.
I'm trying to think. Is that the correct one? Is 281-330-8004. Hit Mike Jones up on the low because Mike Jones about to blow. That's the line. That's how I go. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, that nigga was a genius at marketing because he did have everybody. Who? Mike Jones. Who? Mike Jones. Who? You know what I'm saying? So
That part was like, yeah, it got people attention right
exactly.
away. Right away. You know what I'm saying? If you forgot on the first album, he gonna remind you on the second and the third.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. That shit was popular before Kobe. That shit was popular before LeBron James. Like that was one of those catchy sayings that low-key everybody figured out. And that was like before internet lore kind of came around like that. Yeah, the internet was around, but a lot of people wasn't picking up memes and stuff like that. You feel me? Like that was kind of like right after the whole what's up shit with fucking the scream and shit.
Hey man, believe it or not, that shit gonna come back.
What?
That what's up?
Hey, I wouldn't be surprised, man.
That's gonna come back, bro.
Hey, what they say is like everything is a classic once it hit 20 years. So it had been pretty sure 20 years since the first screen came out. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's a lot of stuff that's been coming back. Splash said, when you dropping your album? Shit, sometime this year. Brian said, is it just for gas or can I use it for KFC? Hey, I'm assuming wherever he swiped that his card with that number on it, and if they got some type of reward program or whatever the fuck it is, you're gonna be getting some discounts from down there 2007, 2008. You feel me? So yes, it's gonna work for multiple places. You feel me? But yeah. Hey, is KFC one of those places that they got that outbreak going on and shit or not? Or is that just Taco Bell?
Oh yeah, KFC they got lettuce, coleslaw, so you can't trust no lettuce anywhere.
Hey,
Fuck
for
all
real.
that.
That's some real talk.
Yeah,
Man,
yeah.
I was thinking, I seen some stuff go on with it made me think about the whole YG situation and all the stuff that's coming along with that. And I seen recently that Glasses Malone made a comment about Drake paying people paying people to view
To
his
investigate
video,
YG.
something to where I was told from one of my sources, you feel me? They told
Okay,
me
here we go.
they
That's what I'm talking
told
about.
me that that the whatever the tweet that he made got hit with a community note, meaning that the information that he displayed was inaccurate. And I kind of was going to tie that into what was going on with this. Like as far as I forgot. I don't know if I wanted to bring that with the J Prince or whatever, but just you got facts of what's going on, and then you got people saying stuff on the internet for whatever banter. And we know Glasses Malone is very Kendrick Lamar pro. I just say he's pro anybody West Coast type stuff or whatever. So of course you're going to say something to not be in favor of Drake. But my thing is, if you don't have definitive information behind it, you kind of do yourself a disservice. It's like if I knew somebody was a liar, I'll just speak on the fact that I know that they're a liar. I don't have to say, oh, and then he unalived this person. This like now I'm lying on a person. Like if they're doing something bad, the truth is bad enough. You feel me? So, like that's a whole nother topic. I didn't know if we were going to cover that or not, but I seen some angles to where Whack 100 is saying that YG's going to jail. So, you know what I'm saying? If we get more information, we might cover that again because we covered it a couple times already. But you know what I'm saying this situation
we didn't do no deep dive yet.
Nah. Well, is more information going to come up to the point to where we kind of started with it, and then once we get some more developments, then we can pursue more. Klasic will not fight. Klasic will not fight. He won't box till he will take you right up top. I'll fight. And you'll get shot too, so it really don't matter.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna cover that Draco situation because now like they involving Drake with it, and it's picking up more legs. And I believe honestly, at the rate that we're going to see some type of RICO. We're going to see somebody come with some bombshell information to where we can actually do something that's entertaining. You feel me? So
yeah, feel me?
This is definitely a dope conversation, though. What you gotta say, bro?
Yeah, man. You talking on that YG? Yeah, man. I've been following that. There's some hearsay out there in them YouTube streets now. Okay. Yeah, we gonna go ahead and save it, but yeah, we gonna have to do a deep dive on that one, bro.
I'm about to say, like, just for to keep it short, like, what you think gonna happen? You think something's gonna? You don't have to get very detailed, but do you think something's gonna happen or nothing's gonna happen?
The talk. Okay. The talk is they have nothing. The cops have nothing. They have no evidence. They put pieces together through evidence from the internet. We got people making documentaries on this. We got people covering footage of it, such as myself. We got other people that's putting their own theories together with some wild ass assumptions, but there's only one assumption that can be led to the way the breadcrumbs trail you to. As if I'm following the breadcrumbs, the cops are too. Okay? Now, there are there's stuff on the internet that makes that man look very guilty, and the fact that he was in participation of the unaliving. Now, I'm not saying this is all alleged. I'm not saying that that man did that himself personally. No. But there's other evidence that showed, I ain't gonna say that showed, but lets you know allegedly who the person was that delivered the death blow. But you got people from Draco's side with security bodyguards out there in the rumble. That man speaking on someone with a shiesty mask on with hazel eyes, with a description of black pants, red stripes on the side, shiny shoes, jacket. Fit the description of the man appearing that night at the concert, making him look bad, participating in the whole ordeal. That's not where they want to get him. They want to get him because they want to get him on the premeditation part of it. It was a setup. He knew about it, and the rest did too in the crew. The B team. That red alert message YG just put out right now recently. Red alert, B team. Okay. I'm not saying who the B team is. I'm not speaking on no politics of the streets or anything. But when you hear shit like that, that shit's called self-snitching. So I'm gonna speak on it. You shouldn't have never said that. You're a stupid ass for saying that. There's more evidence. They already following the evidence from the YouTube investigators. They're investigating the investigators. Researching the investigators. My bad. Shut your ass up, nigga. We done heard this story before. You got, hey, and the rest of you guys, man, shut the fuck up when it comes to this type of shit. You don't need to be speaking on it, not through a fucking song, not on a fucking interview. KVD out here speaking on some stupid shit recently. But YG, you got another man involved now, do some shit that you said on the internet through a song. Now that man's involved. You think they not pulling that nigga in with a subpoena? He might be blind and all, but they, nigga, you ain't got to read this and know that you're going to be subpoenaed to court. Okay? Was that a form of not self-snitching, but dry snitching? Okay? There's a whole bunch of shit going on in this motherfucker. He just had a fucking battle with the game. They said he won. Hell, I think they both lost. They was too drunk to even try to perform or do any goddamn thing. And if you was going to give it to performance, we go to the game. You know what I'm saying? But shit, I seen it as a loss because I don't even see that man thinking him being there that day. Because when he appeared, he said, "I almost didn't make it. I almost didn't make it here today." You know what I'm saying? And Game like, "Oh yeah, I heard TMZ." Like, yeah, that's what's going on. And it ain't gonna stop. You got CHP linked up with LAPD coming after you in particular as if you are the ringleader and source of this whole case. They're going to put it together. They're going to put it together. The last time we talked about this, I said to myself, yeah, the next time they show up, somebody's going to get arrested. And believe me when I say that. I'm saying it now, and I said it before. The next time they show up, somebody's getting arrested. That's what's going to happen. It's going to be another inclusion of hip hop court cases, real cases, street shit, self snitching. It's going to be all included. I can speak more on the subject if I wanted to, and I think I said enough. But I can't wait to hear for the rest of the bullshit that's gonna happen. Okay, let's say next. Anytime we hear anything about this case, somebody's gonna be arrested. That's period. Now, when they get arrested, let's move on and we're gonna talk about that shit. I ain't saying no names. You know what I'm saying? And there might be some street shit going on with podcasting type shit to where somebody could probably go away from reporting on the story. I'm just saying, man, this is how this shit go out here in LA. He playing with dangerous grounds. You know what I'm talking about? The hippopotamus. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Talking too much, playing games. Talking too much. He out here putting on game paraphernalia on his head and hanging around his neck and thinking it's a game. Bro, you over there where you at thinking you safe, bro. It don't work like that how you think. These connections are real on the streets, man. Don't think that you out there safe. I'm just telling you, bro. No pun intended. I'm just issuing out a warning. Don't do that, dude. You're going to put yourself in jeopardy. You've been putting yourself in jeopardy by reporting and making a mockery of the whole situation. Nobody respects that on either side of the Bloods and Crips, homie. They don't see that shit like that. All right? Stop playing like that. You think it's funny. You don't have that type of security, bro. Stop playing. This shit, the next time that pop up with YG or whoever's involved, it's gonna be arrest. I really think that this is some federal shit that's about to go because the one that allegedly did to the neck, to the fatal blow, that man is out on bail right now for doing the same thing he did to Draco allegedly off another charge. So if he's walking around freely, there's only one thing to think of when that happens, and that's the feds. they'd let you do that. He will be the first one that's going to be arrested. That's my prediction.
All right,
Hey,
and
now
cut.
you know what? If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll say the name. Fuck it. Frankenstone, Frank Williams. He over there. That BPS. A close associate of Munchie B, who was mentioned in the song by YG of Dry Snitching. That's the way that's tied together in that connection. Okay? Munchie B, pop bottles with the dude that unalived Draco. Munchie B said that out of his own mouth. Quote and unquote. Let's go. You understand what I'm saying now? So we got suspects. The internet is cold. We got suspects now. You feel me? Sound like 3 of them to me that will be arrested.
Oh, all right. And we had a dope show. Before we go, we got a couple of comments, man. Shit. You got your clip right there with your YG and all that other, man. Yeah, go ahead, go crazy with it. Brian said, news flash, I'm getting into the corn industry. What the fuck? He said,
Brian,
I just bought some. This dude said, I just bought some stocks in popcorn biz. Like, what?
What the
That's
fuck?
the corn industry you talking about? Boy?
Popcorn biz.
Yeah, that's crazy. Brian said dry snitching is like dry humping. It may feel good and make you happy, but people will stare and point. Oh Lord. Yikes. Hey, I'm not gonna lie, that situation, that's a cold demonstration what Corny then did. You know what I'm saying? Now, shit, I'm pretty sure I was like at least an 8-minute, 10-minute, clip, you know what I'm saying? So you go ahead, do what you gotta do with that, and there you go, you got some content right there. Brian says suspects are like hoes. The only going wait, suspects are like hoes. They only going to come if you finger them.
It took me a moment to marinate on that one.
This dude Brian got these jokes from dirtyjokes.com or
Yo,
something.
it's something, man. He got them though. The motherfuckers be coming.
Man, this dude is crazy. Hey, but nah, hey, very dope topic. Like I said, if there's a lot of information that's out there that's been going around and circulating, and a lot of like some of these are just narratives, but some of these are actual facts. And when we get some more facts, we're gonna revisit this whole situation.
Yep.
The initial conversation with Mike Jones, that was very dope. And we're gonna do more stuff like that. Like I said, if y'all haven't done so, make sure y'all following, make sure y'all retweet, like, heart, whatever it is you got to do to make sure you get us in the algorithm and y'all catch us on the next one. You feel me? We go live every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You feel me? So we do that every week. You feel me? And I think we broke down a lot of the stuff from a nice industry perspective, a nice logical perspective. Yeah, just overall, the name of the game, we figured out like the industry is pretty shady and stuff, and it's unfortunate. A lot of talented people, the main reason why they fall off, it isn't because they became untalented. It's just the fact that sometimes they get caught up in industry politics. And I'm not even gonna lie, I had to deal with stuff like that to where it made me not want to produce records, because when you have a love for creating art, it's cool. But then when people start putting the business aspect and the politics that come with it, it'll make people not like it. You know what I'm saying? The same thing go with sports. You know what I'm saying? You will play with LeBron James. That's your favorite athlete, your favorite basketball player. And then once you figure out the politics, oh well, he only want to do this, and that. It'll make you be like, oh come on, man, let's just play the fucking game. Like it gets you away from that to where you can't even be as creative as you want to be. So that's one of the downsides. I think that goes for basically every industry that you enter. Like if you was a painter and you painted just freelance painting, cool. But once you get with the some type of distributor, next thing you know, oh, we need a particular type or a certain amount. They start putting ramifications on your art to where it's not natural anymore, and then it becomes a job. And when things start becoming a job like that, then it isn't fun anymore. You know, the same thing with any other talent. You know what I'm saying? Like braided hair. Oh yeah, I like to braid hair, but then now you got 30 clients. It's like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? So the music industry, along with the movie industry, like anything that deals with that type of level of making money, you're going to attract a lot of different egomaniacs and just insecure or evil type of people to where they're going to make it very hard on you. So, like, unfortunately, Mike Jones, it seemed like he kind of encountered that some type of blackballing to some degree, because, like I said, like, Lil Flip, he's not on the scene like that, but I've seen him interview with him recently. He's talking about he got fucking TV stations and shit and fucking clubs and real estate. So he branched off, like, but unfortunately, a lot of artists don't get the opportunity to branch off. So I think this is a dope discussion. We definitely gonna have more. Before we get up out of here, you got anything else to say, bro?
No, I think I'm pretty good. Excuse me. Like I was saying with the Mike Jones situation, like I honestly want to hear on both sides of him and T Pain to speak up on this subject right here. See, let's see what how we can take it and put it together. If not, you guys are gonna leave it a mystery to us, and we coming up with our own assumptions in the comments. You know what I'm saying? So give us what it is, and let me hear what it is. I want, like I said, on Mike Jones, I want to hear, I want to hear that real shit, man. Don't leave out nothing. Don't cut no corners. You don't you say all names. Say it. Put yourself back in the algorithm, man. You did it before there was an algorithm. That's what I mean. Do that again. T-Pain, speak on that, bro. You got to, man. I know you're gonna be like, I don't even want to talk about this. That's how you talk. Yeah, let me go ahead and talk about this anyway. Um, yeah, the Mike Jones thing. That was my impression. You know what I mean? Yeah. Let us get to the bottom of it. Squash this. I don't believe there's no beef between them anyway, like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially if it's behind the scenes of him knowing what's really was going on. I'm talking about Mike Jones. If he knew what was really going on, and he took no disrespect from T Pain, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, show that, let it be what it is. We don't hit. I ain't trying to hear no beef. You know what I'm saying? We don't need to go into that type of stuff. Say what you got to say on both sides of the party. Get it out the way. Let us hear the truth. Mike Jones ain't got nothing to hide anyway. Why not go viral? This is the way. Your name is here. Your name. All you got to do is just speak. Now your name is your name again. Every time you say Mike Jones, which will probably make He'll be probably. I ain't gonna say he'll have some a good take on some issues of hip hop as a co-host on a podcast. I would think there's a lot of talent out there that should get out there and do that. He ain't got nothing else to do. Go on and get out here with us. You know what I'm saying? This is what we doing. We're discussing the issue of today's topics, weekly topics. We could go to last month on the topics and still speak. You could do it too. Hey, that's what it is, bro. I've been talking too much tonight. I know you're ready to cut this off, but let's do it. We out of here.
Hell yeah. Hey, Brian said first rule of the jungle is there no rules. Yeah, that's real. And shit, before I go, man, the question is, can real friendship exist between two artists competing for attention and resources? I want y'all to answer that, you know what I'm saying, in the comment section, on top of the fact of, the Mike Jones phone number situation. But yeah, like I said, we go live every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, you know what I'm saying? Be there, be square. If y'all don't, whatever y'all watching this on, make sure y'all do whatever y'all have to do to make sure y'all get us in the algorithm. Follow, subscribe, like, retweet, heart, whatever it is. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? We had a very dope conversation tonight. Appreciate everybody that pulled up. Splashy, Brian. There's a couple other people that pulled up, but I can't remember because like the other comments kind of erasing it. But even the people that didn't comment, I appreciate y'all watching and everything. But on that note, we out. See y'all on the next one, man. Peace.
Yo, you now rocking with classic music. Now what I want you to do is hit that like, subscribe, and comment on this video. Yeah, let's get it.